Hey YouTube, James Paladin here, and the Unban James Yeager Saga continues. He's released a 6-minute and 12-second video, and how can he do that if his channel's been banned? Well, because he uploaded it and told everybody to upload it. So while this might look a little strange at first, as you can see, people have been going ham sandwiches. Oh my, yeah, how many? Dude. Okay, so that's page 3. Oh, page 4. Okay. So this has been going on for 7 straight hours. I know I'm really slow. I've got a lot of stuff going on. But I wanted to share this with you guys. So, whoops, what is this? It's like 3.5 pages. Oh, there's another one 4 minutes ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13, 20, 40, 60. So we'll say like maybe within the last couple hours there's been about 70 re-uploads of the video. And basically what he says is he's been banned, obviously, from YouTube. He's appealing it, but that could take forever or never happen. He's been banned on Facebook. He's got a 30-day... It's not banned, it's like a 30-day suspension for Facebook. So what he said was that he's communicating on his Patreon with everybody. You can see like his videos deleted, obviously, because of his channel. And here's like his little post where he's like, video for you to upload. But it's just like, it's to patrons. I think that's why. So all those people that posted it are just patrons of his. Like, you can see he's got, that's actually a pretty freaking decent number. So he said this is where to talk to him. I assume that's because so many people are on his Patreon page that he knows that they're actually like listening, paying attention and stuff. So at least one of my Unban James Yeager videos is still demonetized. All the stuff that people are saying are still going directly into spam filters. Sometimes multiple times. And I don't think that, I unfortunately don't think that this is going to turn out with a positive outcome for that works for both YouTube and James Yeager. I think that they really stirred up a hornet's nest. The first video that he recently got a strike on was probably legit, and he knew it. I mean, but he had no strikes at the time. He hadn't gotten a strike in years, and so I don't think he really saw it as a concern. The next 2 strikes were completely fabricated out of nowhere. So they basically just struck the next couple of videos he did, and that was it. And it's just pretty. I don't really know what to say about it. But if YouTube wants to get relegated to MySpace territory, this is how you do it. Because this is like Disney Channel level baloney. Because how was I gonna say this earlier? You can't just wash an entire platform. And YouTube Rewind is a perfect example of that. I hate every YouTube Rewind, but I mean, this is like, I mean, I gotta click this really fast so I don't get a strike on it. Look at the dislikes on that YouTube Rewind. That's 1.5 million. And this has only been out for a couple days, as you can see. People are pissed at YouTube. People are really pissed. So compare that with like 2016. 2016. Look, I mean, that's only 500,000. They're all crappy. All the YouTube rewinds are crappy. But that's it's over a million people hitting the dislike button. And the other thing is, this one has also another 100 million views. Granted, I know this has only been out for a couple days, but the point is, it has 100 million views and a million more dislikes than the year before. So how many dislikes do you think this is going to have throughout the next year? And people are doing it to prove a point, but you know, just in the last week, we'll filter this. It says around 717. It's actually probably more like... No? Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. It's hard to get it to an exact number because YouTube is censoring a lot of these videos. There we go. Okay. So it went from about 700 to about 300. So it's censoring or filtering out about 400 videos. I don't know what that means exactly because YouTube keeps it all big secret. But so from what we can see, there's been like 300, over 300 Unban James Yeager videos in a week. Not even a week, because I don't think hasn't even been going on for 7 days. It's only like last Wednesday, I think. So anyway, that's the latest news on it. If you want to see the video, you can just type in Unban James Yeager and literally click on anything, because there's like 70 re-uploads of the video. And the other thing I wanted to say, kind of echo something that he said, but I've seen it too. There's a lot of people that hate James Yeager that have done absolutely nothing for anybody ever, let alone make a decent training video. And I've tried. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but at least I've tried. And I've had a couple of fairly successful videos. At least successful in my opinion. I mean, my biggest video I think has 85,000 views right now or something, which is obviously nothing compared to what he was doing. But, I mean, I tried. Right. I tried to help people. Most of the people shitting on James Yeager haven't done a damn thing for anybody. And I think that's the biggest travesty, is that people are treating this like it is just another day in drama, gossip, paradise. People don't understand how big this is. And you talk to him about censorship, or you talk to him about freedom. I know freedom of speech, it's YouTube, blah, 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 but just gun censorship, period. They don't get it. They do not get it. All they see is they're just stuck in a routine. They're stuck in a treadmill because they are just so brain dead. Oh, he's a dick. He's a douche. Those people may as well just be shut off and not receiving input or whatever. When everyone says like, oh, we're not gonna know like how bad it is until it's too late, a lot of those people are just shut off. And they're so stuck in their stupid routines that they can't see. And, it's not like James Yeager is the end-all be-all. But he's like the thermostat, sort of, or the temperature thingies. The barometer, right? And the only way we're gonna know if something bad's gonna happen is we need all of our vocal people online. Otherwise, we're never gonna know, because it's always the vocal people that get silenced first, right? And one of our most vocal advocates is being silenced. And the scary thing is, it's not waking up the right people. And I suspect that this is something that James Yeager's been talking about all along. It's like gun community versus gun culture. A lot of these people think that they're a part of the gun culture, and they're not. They're just more of the gun community that will let somebody take a fall, as long as it's not someone they care about. And I was telling people, I'm like, what happens when they come after your favorite YouTuber? Like, is that when it's going to be important to you? But they didn't have an answer. And I suspect it's because they are so dead inside. They are so brain dead, and their hearts are so dead that they will literally let everything get taken away from them. And I'm talking about people that are supposed to be pro Second Amendment, actually have guns and everything. But they'll just let James Yeager take a fall just because they don't like him. And newsflash, you're going to be stuck with a lot of people you don't like. You don't get to always choose your friends. You don't always get to choose your allies. That's what I keep telling people over and over and over. Like, you have the luxury right now of choosing people to hang around with, but it's not really a luxury, and it's not really a choice. It's just an illusion. And that's why the other side just keeps eating itself over and over and over again, because they're doing this at a hyper accelerated rate, right? We're doing this at a little bit of a slower rate, trying to be more careful and follow the law. And James Yeager didn't break any laws. His only law is that he didn't, he pissed people off. It's the only thing he did. And you're, as so many people know that are assholes, you're allowed to piss people off, right? But at the end of the day, you all still have to be able to work together. And you can't let somebody get fired just because you don't like them. There has to be something wrong that's going on. And James Yeager and YouTube had a contract, and they had to have been making money off him like crazy. And they're just terminating him. Actually, it's an automated system that terminated him. And it's coming from someone that's been fired by an automated system before. It's just about the most obnoxious and empty and dead feeling on the planet. And there's going to be haters out there. I think he knew there's going to be haters because he's pissed off so many people, and he's put people on ignore too. And you have to, because there are just so many damn idiots out there. But remember, this is the difference between the left and the right. Ignoring somebody versus censoring them. That is the left versus the right. The right, or the center, the right, they'll just ignore people they don't like. Right? And that's what James did to all the people he didn't like. He ignored them. People, I got censored. He only does that to trolls, first of all. Second of all, he isn't really blocking you. He's not really censoring you. He's just putting you on ignore, so we don't have to deal with your trolling. Right? I mean, you're not being censored. You can go make your own video. Right? You can go make your own content. But what the left does, they ban it for everybody. They don't like something, so they don't want anybody to see it. It would be the equivalent of James Yeager being able to come to your video and ban it. Right, and you might say, oh, that can't happen, there's a bunch of YouTubers and video game companies and movie companies that do that all the time. They don't like what you said about their video. They don't like what you said on your video about them. Well, you didn't like the video game, or you didn't like the movie, or some other derivative creative analysis or whatever. And they don't go make like an editorial about you. They come and shut your thing down. James Yeager didn't do that. He didn't go shut down other people's videos. He just blocked your BS on his channel so we could all ignore you. And I think that's what people didn't like the most. People don't like being ignored. Especially on the left. They hate being ignored. They just get more violent and more pissed off. But you're supposed to be able to ignore people. It's our God-given right to ignore people. Right? But that doesn't mean that we get to censor each other for the whole entire world to see. It's like ignoring somebody versus making it to where they can never talk again. You gotta be able to understand that difference. And then you'll realize that banning James Yeager is basically banning all of us. Because once they're done with his videos, once they've shut him up, they're gonna go after the next one. It might be Hickok, it might be 88, could be Coleon Noir, could be... Well, it's never gonna be Yankee Marshall because he's a big turd in the punch bowl. Which actually that's been brought up too. But I mean, I don't know, Guns and Gear or Mac or... I mean, there's so many great gun channels out there. Like, which one's your favorite? And James Yeager's channel wasn't my favorite gun channel. I have tons that I like. 22 Plankster and 50 cal Val. And my scroll bar is not working right now. Oh, here we go. I mean, I really like fight tips. I know that's not a gun video. It's a kind of a self-defense, but it's self-defense stuff. What about forgotten weapons? What if they got rid of forgotten weapons? Look what they did to FPSRussia. I mean, that was in a lot of ways worse than this. But all the things they did to him, and they still didn't delete his channel. I mean, they started doing tons of other horrible things. But, I mean, look what they did to Hickok. Look what they did to Suits. Look what they did to... I think it was Demolition Ranch that was one of the other ones that got nailed. But, I mean, what if they got rid of Matt Best? It's... and those aren't even prepper really channels. Those are just like gun and self-defense channels. I mean, there's all the prepper channels too, like Southern Prepper 1, which I think is one of my favorite. Right? What if they just... I mean, a lot of you might not care about them, but you got to think about that. It's... Imagine your favorite channel, and then they just delete it because they're turning this into the damn Disney Channel. Because the Disney Channel is the only thing that I guess appeases... Allegedly, but we can't see the metrics, but like Donut Operator is one of my favorite ones, and all his videos just get auto demonetized. China Uncensored is another one I watch. All their videos get auto demonetized. Doesn't matter if they talk about like Mickey Mouse and Panda Bears. Like once they've decided to lock onto your channel, it's over. Tack, there's this guy called Tack. I used to watch his stuff. I still do. But I mean, it used to be monetized, and now he doesn't make a penny off it. And it starts with demonetization, and then it ends with you getting banned from your channel. So, I'm not really good at doing videos. I know that. But what I can do is compile all the information together and analyze the heck out of it. And... you know, a lot of people didn't like FPSRussia, and they didn't stand up for him. And now, I mean, they're kind of comparable things. There's actually a lot of things that are comparable. Some of the things that happened to FPSRussia have not happened to James Yeager, but some of the things that have happened to James Yeager didn't happen to FPSRussia either. So, but also, there's a couple of other prepper channels that I'm looking at right now that have also had multiple... Actually, yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 channels on here that have had home invasions and property vandalism multiple times, and some of them that aren't on here. So, whether or not those are from fans or from... people that, well, it doesn't matter. They don't want your channel up anymore, so it doesn't matter if they're fans or YouTube. It may as well all be the same thing at this point. I mean, it's just the left trying to censor and shut down people it doesn't like. It's not a freedom of speech thing. It's a freedom of information, as far as I'm concerned, which I know... I mean, I don't want to speak for other identity organizations, but freedom of information, freedom of thought, that is what makes us unique and united and still diverse. It's not about being diverse in skin color. It's about being diverse in thought. It's about being able to go find information even if you don't agree with it. But preferably also being able to find information if you do agree with it. So anyway, massive props to all these people. This is really cool. And as you can see, people are uploading this video like crazy, so I'm not going to do it because then you might have a hard time finding this video too. I don't know. But I'm going to cut this. I hope I hope somebody listens to this, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you can share it with somebody that needs to hear it, or maybe you just need to hear it. I don't know, but if we let James go into the night, never to be heard from again, at least on the absolute biggest platform, then really soon after, all the other pieces will fall. This is a gigantic sign and a gigantic flag that things are not going well, and that things are going faster and faster in the wrong direction. It's a place that we don't want to go. I know it's a place that he didn't want to go either, but it doesn't matter, because you always have to be ready anyway, and so it sucks. But that's why we just be as tolerant as possible, and as educated as possible. You gotta be educated, you gotta be aware. You gotta vet your intel. And learn as much as you can, and share as much as you can. I'll stop rambling now. Your responsibility to make James Yeager videos never ends.